I don't give a damn how unpopular it is. I'm a straight shooter, and even though I've had my disagreements with Jeremy many times, what's going on here with this Twitch streamer is absolutely ridiculous, and she needs to be called out for it. And anyway, let's just get into it. Skip it up and that up. All right, so first and foremost, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is click that subscription button below, subscribe to Review Tech USA, or you're going to have to feed my horse a cucumber. I'm not kidding, I'm serious. So I have had an interesting relationship, I guess is the best word I could use, with the quartering. I was actually featured in one of his top 10 gaming fails videos back in 2018, and I was cool with him, but even when my channel was growing by 30,000 subs a day, I jumped off the quartering bandwagon because I felt his channel was more of a grift than giving balanced, objective opinions. And I'm just, that's not my thing. I'm not okay with it. There's nothing illegal that he's doing. And hey, you could even say there's nothing morally wrong with what he's doing, but I just, that's not my bag. I rather give an opinion, even if it's unpopular, than just state what people want to hear so they could have their opinions reaffirmed. Look, again, he's wildly successful with what he does, and it's, if that works for him and it works for his audience, great. Not my thing. I'm still, even though that's an unpopular opinion, and we've had a cross sub base where people that are subscribed to the quartering are also subscribed to me and are unhappy that I have that take, and I've lost subscribers partially because of that. But it is what it is. I have to be honest, and that's how, in my opinion, I have integrity, even though I take my shirts off during streams, which I stream between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel, basically every day if you want to come check me out, and I stream for about 2 to 3 hours. But I like telling people what I feel they need to hear, not telling people what they want to hear. And it may bite me in the ass, but so be it. I rather keep it real. But one thing I could say about Jeremy is he is totally against things like swatting or targeted harassment. He may get a little heavy on making Brie Larson videos, but I know he would never condone anybody calling up the police and sending someone to someone's home. Well, anyway, Zombie Kills, who is a Twitch partner, I didn't know who she was until this whole debacle happened, is claiming that Jeremy had her swatted with no evidence. And she's also a liar, which I'm going to show you in a second. Well, anyway, this comes from boundingintocomics.com. I'm kind of going to go back and forth and read and discuss because there's a lot to digest here. And then you'll see why I'm defending Jeremy. And then people will think I'm the Antichrist because how dare I defend him? I should just stick to a side and not think for myself. Which, if you think that way, you could kindly and gently eat my ass. I'm serious. Please don't eat my ass, though. That would be really weird. So I'm not serious. So the feud between the two internet personalities began on March 1st when computer peripheral company Logitech announced that their monthly Creator Spotlight series of streams would be led by the voices of our women creators in celebration of Women's History Month, including Zombie Kills. Retweeting the announcement, the quartering asked, no, I'll show it to you here. I don't need to read that part, but I'll read the tweet. And this is where I'm going to disagree with Jeremy on something. Dude, you hate when people do this to you, where they retweet, well, why is this sponsor working with the quartering? Why is that sponsor? Why are you doing the same thing, bro? Why are you doing the same thing? Like, this is where I jump off your train for a second and stop defending you. You're doing the same thing that you call out all the time. Why are you targeting other content creator sponsors? What she said was stupid, which I'm going to read in a second, and then she tried to lie and cover it up, but you're doing what you usually stand against, if not always stand against, but you're doing it to somebody else. Not a good look. But anyway, so he retweeted Logitech. So you all spend time promoting a creator who harasses and bullies smaller creators like Zombie Kills? Yikes. How does this lady keep harassing her way to the top? So it continues. The quartering then shared a screenshot of a tweet made by Zombie Kills in which, here it is here. I'm not even going to read that part. So he retweets this. The face I truly make when any white woman is about to get her butt beat to sleep. And there's her tweet right there. So, and then the quartering goes, they hid my reply or whatever the case may be. I don't know if they actually did or not. But again, it wasn't a good, here is the thing I will say. Was that awful what she said? Yes. Was she saying she was going to beat someone up? No. But let's flip the tables here and imagine I tweeted what Zombie Kills tweet, but let's change some words. The face I truly make when any black woman is about to get her butt beat to sleep. Could you imagine if I tweeted that? Do you think Logitech would go, we're proud to have Rich as a sponsor, if I ever tweeted something like that in the past? I would be done. I would be kicked off Twitter. I would be kicked off YouTube. I would have all my social media platforms banned, and I would be done. Absolutely be done. So yeah, I am frustrated with the double standard too. But also at the same time, Jeremy, no. He even admits here, before everyone jumps on me, even Jeremy later on in this article, they show that he admits, look, I shouldn't have done that. Why am I going after her sponsor? So yeah, that was a bad take, dude. And even Jeremy realizes that was a bad take. But it doesn't take away the fact that this woman is a turd. Now I'm going to make, I should have said this in the beginning. I want no one in this video, absolutely no one, because I totally condemn it. And I'm not just saying that to cover my ass. It does piss me off. I don't want Zombie Kills, and I don't want the quartering bothered. Leave them alone. You can have a take on somebody, and it doesn't mean because a creator that you watch, whether it be me or the quartering or the Zombie Kills, likes or dislikes somebody or is critical of them or praises them, it doesn't mean that my audience or Jeremy's audience or Zombie Kills audiences that they need to white knight for them. Leave them alone. I'm just giving a take. I'm making content and giving my take on something I feel that is important. No one should go after anybody. I totally condemn that crap, and I'm sick and tired of it happening, to be quite frank with you. Well, anyway, this is where Zombie Kills' integrity completely goes down the toilet, because she pretended that instead of saying, yeah, that was a stupid thing I said a while back, I shouldn't have said it. No, she doubles down and lies and says that it was photoshopped. Right here. Imagine photoshopping someone's tweets, Lamo, like I can't get through my own stuff. Y'all have me twisted. But no, someone found the archive of the tweet and she actually made it. She was just trying to cover her tracks, and and the funniest thing is that people who follow her were replying saying, yeah, that was such a bad Photoshop job. Yeah, oops. Yeah, she actually said it, you idiots. Why don't you take 5 seconds and look into it? Anyway, so this woman is a liar. Okay, she's a liar. She got caught being a liar. She did tweet the tweet. It's factual. There's no debating that. So she lied. She put the tweet out there, lied that she ever made the tweet, tried to throw Jeremy under the bus saying that he photoshopped it, but it was actually found that the tweet was archived. They found it, and she actually did say it. Oops. So her integrity, how much you could trust her, is zero. None. She'll lie to cover her own ass. But of course, because now her credibility and career is on the line because she got caught lying about something blatant like that, another account that she's correlated with, called Black Girl Gamers, is coming out and saying that Jeremy swatted her, which is something I know that he is wholeheartedly against. He has always been wholeheartedly against. That is one thing I 210% agree with him on. So this Black Girl Gamers account wrote in 2021, a black content creator is terrified because a racist troll called the police to swat her house. She's owed an apology, and any brand seen supporting this quartering person will be held to task. If you'd like to support Zombie, see below. So that's real nice. They're accusing him of something they have no proof of, and they're like, hey, throw us some money because she's terrified. Oh, man. Okay. Well, anyway, this comes from Bounding to Comics again. According to the accusations, an unidentified member of the quartering's audience supposedly called in a wellness check on Zombie Kills in order to troll her through inconvenience. In response to a tweet from YouTube's Ryan Wyatt, user Super Durio wrote, "Bro, it's gotten so bad that these assholes have started to call the cops to her address and telling them it's a wellness check." However, as of writing, no evidence of the alleged police visit has been provided by either Zombie Kills or her associates, which it's 2020. When I got swatted, I was on a live stream. Even if you aren't on a live stream like I was, you have phones, you have many ways, and I'm sure that it can be verified with the police department that's local to her that whether she was or not. And I would think that if you really want to throw Jeremy under the bus, you would have that evidence, but it's very strange that you don't. Keep in mind, this is the same woman who just said that her tweet, what she said about white women, was photoshopped, and it wasn't. It was actually her tweet. So should we trust her? No. And then the Black Girl Gamers account wrote, "This isn't the first time the quartering has done this, and now it's resulted in the swatting of black women's house, which we know in America can have fatal consequences. Twitter, the quartering has been using his platform for harassment and targeting. We have reported." And the quartering made a video, which I have watched, saying my channel is under attack, and usually I call him out when he's being melodramatic. This is one time that he's actually not being. So that's why I'm making a video defending him right now. Now, look, has the quartering made a little too many videos on Brie Larson? And does he go into the get woke, go broke, very profitable trough way too many times for my taste? Yes. Now, I'll continue to call him out. My takes on Jeremy are not going to change. I know that there is a portion of my audience that is not happy that I have change, because that's the thing. I've seen Jeremy's content change over time, and I don't agree with it. I'm not going down the same route. And I also know he's more conservative than me. I lean way more left than he does, and whatever the case may be. But when I see something like this and it's factually wrong, and the woman that was trying to accuse him of something was called out and with factual evidence, with receipts that she was lying, and then no one's fact checking her on, were you actually swatted? And on top of it, it wasn't even Jeremy. Look, you can't control what your audience does. I understand that you could sway your audience in a certain direction, but you're always going to have one crazy idiot out there. It's kind of off topic, but it does kind of match up with what I'm saying. I do my 10,000 steps. I walk around a mall to get my 10,000 steps in. And yesterday I was there, and all of a sudden there's a mall security guy. Like, I thought he was coming up to me, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And then he like looked past me, and there was a dude in the mall, shirtless with no mask on. Point being is that there's always going to be that one crazy idiot, no matter what you say, no matter how much I condemn swatting or harassing anybody. I never, ever, ever, whether I'm speaking positively or negatively about anybody, just if you want to have a take on them, make your own video and discuss what you agree with or disagree with Jeremy, or what you agree with or disagree with Zombie Kills. I don't really know how you can agree with a liar, but you get my point. Give your takes in a video. Give your takes on social media, but going after them, leaving them nasty DMs and go doing even worse than that and sending cops to their house, what does that solve? It just, and the only thing I could think of is when people do that, they want the content creator to look bad. And if people did that to make Jeremy look bad, guess what? You did. But you can't control your audience. You can't. Jeremy has even more subscribers than I do. You can't control, what does he have? Almost 1.1 million subscribers, if not more. What is he going to do? Police all of them? Tell it because of his takes, he's going to have to sit there and be like, every single one of you, I'm going to have Ring cameras in every one of your houses, and I'm going to make sure no one's doing anything. You can't do it. You can't do it. And to sit there and say that you have to sit there and babysit every one of your subscribers is ridiculous. And they know that. It's just, look, I don't agree with a lot of Jeremy's message, but there are times like this I will defend him. And I know that there is a big chunk, especially of the gaming community, that doesn't like that I don't just straight up disavow anybody. You know, well, there is some exceptions that I do, but I'll still, even if I don't agree with a lot of what someone says, if they're being wrongfully accused or wrongfully attacked, yeah, I'll come out and say, hey, I don't agree with that. They shouldn't be. And there's parts of the community that lump me into a certain demographic because of that. And they're like, oh, can't touch Rich. He doesn't blindly agree with everything we say about every single thing. He's not part of the team. And because I won't be part of any team, because I won't just go in one direction all the way or another direction all the way, people aren't a fan of me because they just want me to lick the boots of one mindset because they want me to say things that just reaffirm their beliefs. And I'm not going to do that. So if you're an the quartering viewer and you come here and you wanted me to just run them under the bus or throw them under the bus because that's just what you want to hear, too bad. This is a bad situation. The woman flat out lied and put out misinformation. And now she may be possibly, I will say, putting out more misinformation. And if she was, talk about it. Show the police report. Show what happened. And to Logitech, too, and as much as I'm not a fan of this, it's just, damn well if the shoe is on the other foot. And if I said something about that, about a black person, which I would never do, I was and am pro Black Lives Matter, the peaceful protests, if it's done peacefully. I always condemned the rioting and the looting. And as much as I don't like how Jeremy kind of like, hey, Logitech, you should not work with this person and cancel them. It's just funny how the double standard is. I feel that everyone should be held to a certain standard. Everything it's equal opportunity, man. You want equal opportunity, you also need to be held accountable equally. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, like I just said, and I wrote something like that, I'd be done. But there is absolutely a double standard, and it's frustrating. And here's the thing, like I said again, Jeremy has never, ever condoned swatting, and he has always stood against that, and that's one thing I agreed with him on. And I guarantee you he had nothing to do with this woman being swatted. And if it was one of his followers that actually did, if she was actually swatted or there was actually a wellness check done, you can't control that, man. Yeah, okay, I get the narrative on his channel riles people up, but that's him giving his opinions. And you should be able to give your opinions even if I disagree with them, which a lot of them I do. And we're not babysitters, man. We're content creators. There's a difference, and people need to realize that. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.